Poland Island.
I actually like blacks. I think the white background is better there for the sky. Anyway, we are underway, and the first thing these runners are going to do is they're going to have to find something to attack things with. Otherwise, they can't really go anywhere. So
before you can attack, you have to protect. So we need to get our shield first.
Yes. The shield would be useful first from the nice gentleman who is the father of the person who rescues you, and a very nice people they are, and now you have to go get your weapon.
Taryn and Marin.
Exactly.
So they conveniently left our sword down on the beach, so we're gonna do some very swift movement to go run down there and get it. I'm surprised it doesn't get carried away by the tide or anything. Must be a heavy sword.
I think it's just stuck in the ground. That's why it stays. Actually, it's right side up. Don't ask me how it gets stuck in the ground like that, but it's there.
Help. So, Spice gets early sword. Basically take a damage boost off of that Spiny in order to get the sword quickly. Black following soon after with... all three of the other runners got backup. But now we're going to try to collect 10 rupees using a trick called rupee duping. Basically, we hit the rupee with 2 hitboxes, our sword or our shield, and Link's hitbox itself, in order to duplicate the amount of rupees we get.
And we're seeing how the runners are doing. We have 8, 6, 7, 4 so far. It looks like Spice must have gotten
Spice got 10. He's away.
He got his last 2 as I was tallying those. So the other 3 runners are still looking for some rupees. And meanwhile, Spice is the first to start the... Wait a minute. He just walked out with that shovel without paying for it. What is he doing? He's going to get killed.
I mean, don't the shopkeepers have force powers in your neighborhood?
Not like that.
Man, you guys must not have graduated Jedi Academy.
They didn't go to the University of Hyrule.
They teach Star Wars courses there? Anyways, we're stealing the shovel, we're stealing the bow, and we're, air quotes, buying bombs. The way this game works is it tallies down if you can save and quit before you run out of rupees. You keep that amount of rupees. So we just save and quit after we buy, but before it tallies down, so we keep our 10. And now we are going to go get powder, which is going to be useful for one place.
Yeah, one room in the game. It's something I gotta get to work and find a way to skip that room.
As far as we know, everything's out of bounds.
Ah, darn.
But now we see Black's also getting his powder. Looks like Final has reset. No. I see what happened.
Thing now.
So he must have restarted his timer when he did the first save and quit for the
oops,
for the bombs. It must be a hotkey thing.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we'll still get his SRL time though, I hope.
Yep, we should get his SRL time. So we'll just see if we can get his timer hidden, and we won't worry about that, so we still have the other timers on screen here.
Yeah, so Spice and Black both taking a visit to Madame Meow Meow before they head up to perform the first big trick in the game called Bomb Trigger. Basically, you place 2 bombs within 4 frames of each other, and magic happens on the following screen. Like cutscenes. Magically happening, despite the fact that we didn't actually use the powder on Terran. And now we grab our tail key, save and quit, and we're headed down, moonwalking to Dungeon 1.
And this is the first of the dungeons in the game. We're going to be doing the dungeons in a bit of a convoluted order. We're going to start out somewhat in order, but it's just going to be messed up after that in the way that I don't think the game intended you to do them. But Dungeon 1 definitely has to be done first, because you can't really go anywhere without going through that dungeon.
In fact, we have to do it first in order to get our buddy Bow Wow later at.
Exactly.
And of course, keys work.
Yeah, keys work on the side. I'm just going to point that out, too.
The hitbox for keys is apparently huge. And now we're just going to do some really quick movement again to head to the very back of this dungeon, grab a key on our way, because we have to get one of the best items in the game, in any Zelda game, as far as I'm concerned, the Rock's Feather.
Yeah, and the reason it's one of the best items in the game is, well, you can't jump in the other games. You like jumping, so...
Paralleled by very few things, such as the Rock's Cape. Oh, Spice getting the cool kill, dropping both of those. I can never remember what they're called.
Meanwhile,
The spiny turtles into the pits.
Meanwhile, Spice was first in the underground area, going through the side-scrolling area, and we know that this is one of those Zelda games that has side-scrolling areas with Mario-like enemies. Look at those lovely Goombas on black screen right now.
I dare say this is the only one that has Mario-like enemies.
I think it is. Well, except for the Chain Chomp appears in Link to the Past, but we'll ignore that.
So, Spice is now going to be doing the second major trick of the game, which you're going to see a lot. That's a super jump. You trick the game into thinking that you're on a ledge and you just fall off, which counts as a very far jump.
Who needs keys?
Who needs floors? Walls are a suggestion. Use that key that we grabbed earlier, and now we have the bow. Bow is strong. 2 shots,
Yeah.
all mini bosses, pretty much.
This is why the runners are willing to be a thief, because you know, you can just kill everything.
And now we enter Mortal Kombat against Moldorm.
Mortal for who?
Well, Moldorm, because he's dead.
Yeah. And that is our first instrument. Are we going to get an instrument skip here?
I see Black has realizes that curses don't exist in chat. I'm sorry, buddy. You'll hear this later. Realize I have to watch. So, Spice is in the lead against Black, and it looks like Final and Wolfos are practically neck and neck. It's within a second of each other.
Now, neither got the instrument skip, so they both had to watch the instrument cutscene.
No. We don't want to get the instrument cutscene skip for the first dungeon, because then we can't get Bow Wow, and the entire game.
Oh, okay.
We get it. You have to watch the first one.
Okay, I did not know those were connected. Okay.
So the kids are now frantically telling us, "Oh my God! Some monsters came to the town and they kidnapped Bow Wow." So you have to go rescue a dog.
You need to help us.
Help! Help!
So we're gonna rescue the dog, but we're gonna steal the dog and keep it.
I mean, is it really kidnapping if it's a chain chomp?
I mean, you've rescued it, now you're stealing it. So you've rescued it from the monsters and you've stolen it for yourself.
So anyways, these moblins are the one that kidnapped him. Dog napped? Chain chomp napped.
Spiky ball napped?
It's not a spiky ball, though. So, Spice,
Yeah.
opening a save and quit menu right there allows you to skip text. You can skip a lot of text in this game.
Apparently cutscene is a sprite.
And he's dead.
And that is one moblin boss down.
So now, in Wolfos' words, we're gonna come here and pick up our best buddy Bow Wow.
Oof.
Is that actually the sound that a chain chomp makes, though?
I have no idea, I've never heard it. Arr, arr, arr.
That sounds even more terrifying. So, next up, using a trick called a flock clip, which allows us to push into blocks while we have a text box on the screen. We're able to clip past that, and we don't need to go all the way around back to the screen where the owl is waiting for us, where the tail key was, in order to get to the swamp. Now, hey, look, Dungeon 2, and we're gonna throw away all of our powder except for 2. Because that's the only place we needed it.
And the only question is how hungry Bow Wow is going to be today. Bow Wow was much kinder to VlackSR. Spice had to wait for a little bit to get the flower near the entrance taken, but VlackSR has got the flower right at the very bottom, eaten immediately, so he got in quicker.
Just a little catch-up. Black has these little time saves that Spice is going to have to watch out for. He's going to have to be very clean with this execution today in order to keep away from Black. So now another underground segment, and then we're going to go show off our bow again.
Because the bow is worth showing off.
Yeah. So if you played Breath of the Wild, you know what a Hinox is. Now we show you what a Binox is.
His big brother?
No, it's deceased uncle.
Oh, okay.
So here's an example of the game being incredibly laggy. This game cannot run well under duress. And
So
we pick up the power bracelet and run at a D1.
Yeah, he has gotten what he came for. He's not going to finish the boss now because, you know, reasons.
It's faster to do it later.
Exactly. We'll deal with that later. And it looks like Black, did he get his... I didn't think he got his item. Did he get the bracelet?
Oh, he absolutely did.
I thought I didn't see him catch it for some reason. Anyway, Spice is back in the forest. And that's going to be where Black is going to be going momentarily.
They're going back to pick up the mushroom, which is another broken item in this game. Everything is broken. We'll see the use of the mushroom later, but now they're going to save and quit back to the entrance of Dungeon 2 and go now the opposite direction to go open up a warp hole that they'll be using later when they come back to this area. Saves them load the time.
We are going to eventually be going to level 3 momentarily as well, so we'll worry about that momentarily as well. Right now, Spice looks like he saved the portal and went warping back to the dungeon.
So now we're going to head south to the plains, avoiding that heart piece. That is the heart piece of shame, and you'll be chastised if you ever pick it up during a run. Now, it's just a bunch of walking for the moment. And I must say, Final and Wolfos are really close together. They're doing a really good job of keeping pace.
They are. They're doing a good job on their own race there. They are a little bit behind our runners on top, but they are doing a good job in their race themselves, keeping pace with each other.
So, Spice and soon-to-be Black are going to show off something that you might recognize if you played Twilight Princess or Breath of the Wild. Bomb arrows.
By the way, we just backdoored our way into the backyard.
That is the use of the mushroom. It allows us to clip to the bottom of pits, which, ironically, if you're next to the end of the screen, just clips you in so you can stand, and then you fall down, and it drops you to the next walkable tile.
Just like
Clip
that.
in, same thing. And now, once again, keyholes are going to work wonderfully in our favor here. Instead of going all the way around, we could just open it up from the back.
Yeah, it just seems logical that it works back here.
Yeah, you know, Link uses his long noodly arms to put it in the other side.
Oh look, I see a hole in the wall. I'll reach through here and click. As his arm gets chopped off.
Oh. Spice taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, that those explosions hurt, and he has to be careful not to take any more damage anywhere, because that will be a life.
But we're going to be getting a lot of kills here in D3 in order to get a drop called a Piece of Power, which increases your attack power, knockback, and movement speed for as long as you don't take 3 hits or leave the dungeon.
I'm sure you'd like to see a heart rate. I'm sure you'd like to see a heart rate now too, but
oh, you ain't going to be seeing any hearts.
There's the Piece of Power.
I don't believe there's anything that drops hearts for the moment.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Color me wrong. Those Gorias do.
Yep, he found one.
And there is Dong Skip.
So, no mini boss. There's a full heart container refill.
Oh yes. We essentially do a super jump off that corner to clink off of the boss and just launch us over to the other side. And my god, Black is right on the Spice's heels.
Yeah, that's a matter of seconds right now.
I'd say a second, if anything.
Yeah, 2 at most. And a little
Spice.
menuing for Spice, that's going to even things up right here. Yep,
Black having a tough time killing the Zols in that room. Spice, though, he doesn't get the block clip to get through the block, and neither does Black.
They both missed, and now they do get in on the second try, and they're both in the underground area right now. Hey, look, a piranha plant. That's normal.
This is intense. They are perfectly synchronized.
Yeah, absolutely synced right now. Except that we just got a map check from Spice. Thanks for showing us the map. We appreciate it.
No, Spice, skip the text for the boss. And he's having a rough time getting the boss to split. This is Slime Eye. So Black is now taking the lead, but possibly not for long.
Yeah, it's a lead, but not necessarily the lead. We're gonna find out.
And both of them do not get instrument cutscenes.
Oh,
what we can do is on the frame that we land on the ground, but before we get the instrument, we can buffer a menu, which will allow us to save and quit out of the cutscene of us picking up the instrument. So we hopefully will see that at least 6 times from our top runners, and hopefully 7 times from the bottom.
Finalflame getting our piece of power here for the level 3, so he's got that now. And Wolfos, I don't think too far behind, or maybe even ahead.
No, Wolfos is ahead. She has their boots.
She's ahead. Okay, yes, she's ahead.
And now it appears that Black is 2 screens ahead of Spice. That boss can give you a rough time.
2 screens is not a lot. That can be made up quickly.
So now our runners, well, I know Spice probably will be. Spice is going to be taking intentional damage here. Because he's going to kill himself in a little bit, as will Black. But we're going to enter this house and create a save and quit point.
And then time to murder.
So we did bomb triggers earlier to transform Terran from a raccoon to a human. Now we're going to do another bomb trigger to trick this walrus into thinking that there's a little girl singing here with us.
Thank you, Mr. Walrus. And with that, we're in the desert.
Oh, Spice just scared me. His screen froze, and I thought he didn't get off the screen in time. If you screw up that particular bomb trigger, there is a chance that you'll be soft locked.
A slight development. Black took his death a little bit later with the damage being taken further into the desert than Spice did, just taking that 1 half-hearted damage. They are literally tied right now.
The suspense is intense and terrifying. I hope it'll last.
Meanwhile, we're on the screen where we're going to face... Wait a minute.
Final gets his instrument cutscene skip. I did not see if Wolfos got hers, though. It is very tight between both of the races.
Between each respective race, that is correct. Both top runners taking their teleporters right now. Bottom runners, Wolfos is outside a phone booth. And Finalflame is traveling along near that same phone booth.
So here's the portal that we opened up after D2. That's D4. Normally we're supposed to go all the way around up the mountains, see where Papel is being a fool who forgot his vittles. But instead, because of the way the rules work in this game, we can actually just go over here and hop up on this wall using a trick called the shack jump and waltz right into D4.
Yeah, just climb on the wall. Who needs it? Who needs the other things?
Alright, so we're going to be running around here using our boots and feather to get optimal movement to go get a few keys, go fight a mini-boss. Meanwhile, Wolfos down there is getting her walrus skip, and
Finalflame right behind.
Final is going to be setting up for his. Spice has always been a good runner at this game, Spear. It's all that stew practice. He's cooking.
Our top runners, meanwhile, making their way through Dungeon 4, and they both go through the key block, push the other block, and through a locked door, so they are making their way into Q-Ball's room.
Alright, good. So all it takes is 4 spin slashes.
And that's that.
So we're going to charge up our sword here, and this is to optimally kill a couple of enemies in the room here. Just 1 spin slash takes them out. If you accidentally slash them, they split into 2. And we're going to pick up some flippers for our troubles. Spice killing an enemy right there, so that way he can save a little bit of lag. That room will lag if all of the enemies in it spawn. And now gonna do a nice little P-hat jump here, up, and there's the boss key.
Just easy as that.
Man, don't you wish you knew about that before when you were playing this as a kid?
Yeah, don't you wish you knew about that back in 1993 whenever this game came out?
I think it's 93.
Oh, and by the way, hi, Fish. Bye, Fish.
1 spin / 2 bomb arrows, and that's all she wrote for the anglerfish of D4.
Meanwhile, WhiteWolfos is about to walk in as Black is about to walk out.
And Black gets his ICS for D4.
And Spice
Gets his
looks
too.
like he got his, yep.
It's still tight between them two. Wolfos having a bit of trouble with this super jump here. I must confess, I learned how to do this quickly recently, and it's a lot trickier to do in a rush. It's very easy to mess up.
A lot of tricks can be hard to do in a rush. You have to make sure you do them correctly, obviously.
Oh yeah, so both Black and Spice are heading up to tall heights now. Normally, we would be going around and we'd be getting a ghost follower. But because, 1, we got D4 instrument cutscene skip, and 2, we are not leaving the mountains, we are not going to be seeing the ghost.
Who needs a ghost when we got Chain Chomp anyway?
And Spice getting his obstacle skip saves, I don't know, like a third of a second, maybe. And we're going to be doing the Rooster Cave here, where we'd normally be getting the key to D7 by using a rooster to fly over a giant pit, using a hook shot to magically jump across the gap, because that's how LADX works, or just, casually jumping off the wall to get the key.
Yeah, wall jumps. Didn't Mario teach you anything? Come on. So now he's gonna eventually make his way up. Gonna check another cave here first, and gonna go up there.
Yeah, it takes a little while to get up to D7 after getting the key. In fact, I'm not sure, but this may be one of the longest segments of overworld movement.
I think it is, yeah. Because so many caves you have to go through here, and no good way to get through them, it looks like.
So now, once again, we're going to abuse the drugs / mushroom that we got earlier.
Yeah, this is absolutely gross.
So we're supposed to have the hook shot to do this cave.
What hook shot?
Spice went for something nuts right there. He was just going to clip right to the door.
So now we're on top of the mountain, and we're going to make our way across here to open the Dungeon 7.
Eagle's Tower.
And there we are. And we're going to... something that you may not know about this particular link. He's a trained demolitions expert.
Oh yes. 2 bombs anywhere, and hey look, he can destroy a pillar.
Yep.
We will point out, though, that Bow Wow just ate a cutscene.
Yum!
Turns out that we can spawn cutscenes as entities in the game, which Bow Wow can eat. Thus, they don't play. Or in Spice's case, they don't play fully. So we have to kill that Zol in the first pillar room in order to start doing the bomb triggers that'll knock down these pillars. Bomb triggers require, a certain thing on the screen to not be there in order to work. Examples of this are that Zol, you have to kill one of the moblins in the forest.
Speaking of pillars, they took down those 4 pillars extremely quickly, as we expect from these runners. And they are now making their way to the top of the tower, where they're going to fight a very, very nasty bird. But they first have a big trick to do here.
Yes, this is called Goomba Surf. So we gotta do a very precise super jump off a Goomba that moves in a very precise position, words, in order to get up this ledge and skip having to use the hookshot yet again.
Easy
or
game.
the boss key, for that matter.
So now he's going to wait for the cutscene for the guy to hop on the bird. Then he's going to leave the screen, come back, and it's going to be a matter of just planting some bombs.
Also, it's really quick, but they also skip text for this boss too, otherwise it takes a long time. Now, Wolfos, having gotten her D4 ICS, apparently, because she is now significantly ahead of Finalflame. Although having some trouble with Rooster Skip, but she uses her boots to get out of it.
Yep, nice backup thinking there, and takes the pitfall to get back to the beginning. Get outside of me.
So 3 bombs is all it takes to kill Evil Eagle.
Meanwhile, are we going to have instrument skip from Black? Let's find out.
Yes, yes we will.
Yes, yes, yes.
And he is out of there. I must say, for being cursed, he's taken it away.
Yeah, he's gotten a little bit ahead of Spice now. Spice needs to get his instrument cutscene skip to at least maintain some pace here, because he is a little bit behind now.
Spice did not get it, so he's going to be falling a bit behind. I think like 15, 20 seconds.
I think he's about 30 seconds behind now.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And we're up on Mountain's End. Oh, hi, Marin.
Let's just leave her for sightseeing. That's fine.
Yep, she's just up here taking a vacation, you know. Just leave her be. She'll
So
find her way down.
we're actually abusing the mushroom to get across there with the hookshot again. And we're going to do it here in the pit that kills. So we're just going to use the mushroom to fall down these pits, clip into the wall. And Vlak is going to buffer boots with the shovel in order to get a dash jump. There's 2 ways of doing that. There's either the way Vlak did it, or you could do a very, very, very precise jump by pressing up and jump at the same time. Otherwise, you just fall. And you have to get into position again.
And Spice bypasses Marin on the mountain.
So normally we'd need level 2 shield for the cave that Black was in, but we do flame skip, it's just clipping into the wall so we can't get knocked back. Oh no, Spice, where are you going?
Oh no, Spice. Yeah, he seems to be having some trouble with this. He's having some trouble with the pit which kills bracket TM.
Psh, he doesn't need any help with it. He just jumped out of there perfectly fine. Now Vlak has entered D8. So normally we're supposed to go all the way around the dungeon, figure out, hey look, there's a bombable wall there, but hey, with bomb arrows we can just shoot the wall. Shoot that statue for a key.
Yep.
Now we're
gonna just force this block out of our way, and you know, complete logic. Just push the block down from the chest. You can get.
I mean, makes sense. The block's hitbox is kind of big, so we just clip into the side of it and push. Spice having a bit of trouble with that bomb trigger to get into D8. And we should point out here, while we have time, that turtle doesn't have a hitbox until it fully spawns.
Fun.
So you can just walk right through it.
And Black makes way through the Pootaboos, another Mario Brothers enemy. And he's going to be getting a very important item here that is going to make the rest of this game a lot quicker.
Ah, but he's going to do Bueno Skip first, which is an unclipped super jump, I believe. Very precise. You can't move diagonally at all, otherwise you can't do it. And then you have to reset the room. But now that we have the magic rod, we're just gonna blow through these ice blocks. And remember how I said this game is really laggy? Yeah, we're gonna abuse this lag for our own benefit.
Oh yeah, we are definitely gonna abuse this lag for our own benefit.
So we can actually despawn enemies by making large amounts of lag in the game, and we do this a lot. And Black set
our
the
boss
position.
key.
Grabs boss key, and now we're gonna save and quit menu down here, or open a menu, and grab a level 2 bracelet. Surprise! This is a filler room, which technically isn't out of bounds. Technically.
Technically.
By the rules, we are allowed to go to that room, and by the rules, we are allowed to use that level 2 bracelet, which just happens to be there. It's fine.
Extremely convenient.
Oh, incredibly. So now Vlak is going to go out the back of D2. I mean D2, D8.
Yeah, we'll be back here later.
Once again, it's just faster to come back later.
Spice is solving the block puzzle.
Everybody
And
has
done.
their own pattern to do it.
Yeah, I think there's about 2 or 3 different ways that it can be done. We did see 2 different ones from these 2 runners. We should not lose track of our bottom runners, by the way. WhiteWolfos just finished the level 7 boss, and Finalflame is
Running away from the
now.
boss, so he has finished level 7 as well. Wolfos must have had some trouble on her Goomba Surf. And another instance of the game being horribly laggy on black screen. You could hear it in the music, too. There's just too much stuff for the game to process right now. Give it a break. And here's Armos Knight. Gee, I wonder what knights are weak to. Well, the Fire Emblem taught me anything, it's magic. Lots and lots of magic.
Yeah, we take anything that doesn't use magic and it will be weak to magic.
Now save and quit menu in order to skip the text, and we're running along out to D6. And wow, it's the first time I've seen anybody despawn that screen.
So we're on a screen that is not meant to have you carrying a chain chomp with you. We're abusing that to lag the screen right now.
I'm not sure, but I think that lag would be happening even if the chain chomp wasn't there. I just
Perhaps.
don't think it would be as bad.
Exactly.
So we're just gonna waltz over here. Hopefully the bomb fairies don't give Black a hard time, and they don't. Swim around the side, Chain Chomp eats that. Armos, and now he's going to be opening up D6.
Meanwhile, the chain chomp's snacking on a shark. Good boy, good bow wow.
So another thing that we can do with deloading is we can deload cutscenes as well. Thus opening D6 without going through the whole rigmarole of the dungeon coming up out of the ground. And
Because that's just boring.
This is just despawning the dungeon. So you despawn that room, which is supposed to have tiles that fly at you, and you have to wait until all of them are destroyed. Then we despawn this room, which is supposed to have a bunch of wizrobes that pop up.
So you notice he's just using the fire rod as he goes into the room, and that's what's causing that.
It's actually a precise menu where we open the menu as we're shooting the magic fireball, and it creates infinite amounts of fireballs that prevent anything from spawning on the next screen.
Because games back then had a sprite limit, and this is why we're abusing it. Oh, hi, Shy Guy.
Yeah. And now another despawn gets rid of a bunch of enemies, but more importantly, a stone tablet that's blocking us from falling down that ledge.
What's
Black
Stone
doing
Tablet?
I don't know. Black doing a very nice shack jump there. Despawns a room with 4 Zols and a black orb that'll suck you back to the beginning of the dungeon. Despawns another room, which has a Beamos and another Wizrobe, and one last one for good measure. Despawns the boss of the dungeon.
Oh, that's convenient.
So because of this, we aren't getting any more heart containers, because we're not fighting any more bosses until the final boss.
So 7 hearts is what we're going to be seeing.
Actually, Xander bringing up a good point. Man, he has low health right now. That's kind of scary. But Black does not get his instrument cutscene skip, which means Spice has a chance to make up a little bit of time.
A little bit. But keep in mind, Spice missed his own cutscene skip where Black got one, so it would even things out from that perspective if Spice were to get this one.
Yes. So now Final is heading towards his own Blano skip to get the magic rod. Oh dear lord. Oh dear lord. And Black should be okay for now.
And looks like WhiteWolfos just took a lava bath. And another one.
It's very relaxing, that lava.
Yeah. Oh, that's 3.
It's not that easy to time once you get off of it. And he dies in the first room. Not a bad place to take a death, though.
Yep, that was probably planned.
And now, Final's gonna do his first despawn. Wolfos has her magic rod. Alright. Black cleaning up this room in order to get a key which is needed to progress through the dungeon. While Spice is heading into D5 himself. So normally with D5...
Does Spice get his instrument skip?
I do not know.
I did not catch it either.
So normally we're supposed to go around D5 defeating Master Stalfos 4 times because he stole our hookshot, but we don't need no stinking hookshot, so we could just despawn him.
Apparently he did get his instrument skip according to chat,
Yes.
Thank you.
So head down underneath this water, get a little damage boost from the bloopers. And we're gonna do Dumb Jump. Dumb Jump's easy.
Is that why it's called Dumb Jump?
No, it's dumb because you have to land in the middle of those 2 tiles and then hopefully the game pulls you onto the tiles.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah, so it's dumb. And from here, we're just gonna go to the dungeon boss.
What dungeon boss?
Ah, we don't know about that yet. We're gonna be fighting Slime-Eel. You gotta stop spoiling the plot, man. The sweet, juicy plot of the game. Black be spawning another room of enemies, which just lets the store open. Normally you'd need a hookshot for this, but Boots and Feather work just fine.
But again, one hookshot.
Normally you'd need a hookshot for this boss too. But then again,
What boss?
boss.
And what instrument team? Oh, it looks like he got the skip. There it is.
Very nice. Spice also getting Dumb Jump, I think on his second try. Meanwhile, it seems like Wolfos has had a very hard time in D8. 4th try, my bad. Meanwhile, Final has acquired his Dungeon 6 key. Alright, so now we're gonna head back through the warp hole here at the plains. Grab a fairy, this is the last heal that we're getting for the game. So keep those hearts as well as you can.
Yeah, try not to get too hurt.
And here we are going to finish D8, which we left behind.
And believe it or not, this is not the last place we have to clean out. We still have another one after this.
So grab those arrows for a free refill. Set up, we do a little super jump, super hop basically. Then do a jump in order to skip going underground to get through there. Hey look, what boss? Hothead's a terrible boss anyways.
Yeah, he's a horrible boss. I approve of despawning him.
Maybe? No, I don't think so. Black did not get his instrument cutscene skip for
That's
Dungeon 8.
Does give Spice a little chance to catch up some of the time here.
Of course, Spice has to get back to the 8 first.
And he's making good time running there.
Wow, also chomping some things on the way. Hey, Taryn.
Nah, Taryn can go get bit by bees. Alright, so Final has now entered D6. Wolfos is heading up to go grab her key. And Spice is heading up to D8 to go clean it up. And Black has now entered Dungeon 2 for the final time.
And we don't need Bow Wow anymore to eat the flowers. We can get rid of them ourselves.
Because magic!
Magic!
Flowers. Spice not getting the super jump hop thing.
Now we have to
just call that a super hop.
We have to be very specific with how we clean out this room. You have to clean out the bosses in a certain order, or the chest will not spawn with the boss key.
It's always got to be Pole's voice key Stalfos. And Spice gets his instrument cutscene skip for Dungeon 8.
So he's saving a little bit of time, but he is significantly behind at this point. I think it will take a major mistake from Black to bring things even again.
Or, you know, a failed manip in the boss fight.
That too. That would be a mistake.
So, Genie's now gone. Another annoying boss fight. But Black gets his final instrument cutscene skip to the game.
He needed that.
Did he, though? He's the world record holder. I don't think he would.
To maintain a healthy lead on spicefather, he needed that.
Spicefather, who is coming up on him.
Yep.
So, for Sakura Rico in chat, Warpless means that we are not allowed to enter a room and go to a different... Enter an exit and go to a different place where that exit is not supposed to go. In addition, we are not allowed to go out of bounds or anything. Like, too significantly out of bounds.
So Black has given us one of the most interesting cutscenes in video games, the playing of the music to create a hole in the side of a windfish egg while Bow Wow looks on.
I mean, the egg explodes because of the wind pressure.
Yeah. It's always amazing how the hole is always so small. I think the thing would just shatter. But instead, it's just a little crack. I will go away.
I'll also say one more note on the rules for this game. We are also not allowed to transition on a solid tile. But now, Black is in the egg, in the maze. He doesn't know where to go. Oh god, he's just running in random directions. He's run left twice, up once. Now he's running right once? No, twice.
Twice. I think he
running
just went
up once.
He went left. He went left. He's gonna go up. Is it safe to go up?
My god!
He found some. Oh my! He found the path.
He found the final boss. Surprise! There's a developer. There's a developer shortcut there.
Yeah, the developers, when testing this game, apparently did not want to have to go to the library and write down the route every single time.
Alright,
so they left the dev route in.
Black just got Blob quick kill. You need to get to skip the cutscene at the very beginning of this fight, and then you have to get into a specific position without swinging your sword, which we used a bomb to just pull out our sword, and now that allows you to kill it without using powder. And now we're getting into very specific positions to kill Aghanim without getting any blue balls. Thanks to Spicefather for making an app that allows this to be really easy, and thanks to VlackSR for finding that.
So VlackSR is using Spicefather's trick to beat Spicefather. Is that how it works?
Oh, everybody's using Spice's trick to beat Spicefather. So we locked Nightmare Moldorm in place by doing a very quick splint slash and then just slashing him to death. Now we killed Phantom Ganon. Well, not Phantom Ganon. Nightmare Ganon. There we go. Killed Shadow Landmola, and now here's Deathel. It's very hard to keep up with this man.
He's just too fast.
And now 16 shots to the eye of Deathel will kill him. That's 8.
As Spicefather is also in the final boss fight right now himself.
Well, he's in the gauntlet. Oh, Vlax went away. And he skips the text. I gotta learn how to do that. So, time is done once he reaches the white screen, once he
Once
exits
it fades
the
to white,
stairs.
and that's time.
So, he has an official SRL time of 45 minutes, 14 seconds. Can't get much better than that.
Sure you can. You get the world record again.
Again? In a race? No, that doesn't happen.
Save it for the finals, I guess.
Good stuff, though. Good stuff, Black. Good job. So, Spice is now killing his Moldorm, and finals on his run to the instrument room of D5. Meanwhile, Wolfos is doing her first pass to get the key.
And
Now
the
we get-
Windfish appears on black screen.
Windfish, giant whale. With tiny little wings. Spice fighting his Deathel. I think he's got 8, and the eye is opening up really well for him. And then I said something, so now it's not.
Finalflame does not get the instrument skip on the, I think that was a xylophone instrument I think he was picking up there.
I think it's a marimba.
Marimba, whatever you want to call it.
Well, the game calls it the wind marimba.
Okay, that works.
And Spice has defeated Deathel. You have to watch out for that arm, because it's still got an active hitbox, even though the thing is dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice when it's dead, but it can still kill you.
And Spice is all clear with an official SRL time of 46:56.
And that does conclude our top race. We still have the bottom race going here, so we're still going to follow these two runners. Meanwhile, we'll see if these two runners on top do want to join us to talk about their race.
Alright, so finals heading back to D8 in order to kill? Air quotes kill? I don't know if you can technically call despawning something killing it.
I wouldn't.
Well, you can't kill it if it never existed in the first place.
Exactly. Oh, it looks like we're using a showcase layout instead of community race layout. We don't have a winner tag, just finished.
Alright. What's Wolfos doing here? Is this allowed?
Yeah, what is he doing? What is she doing? Trying to get on the wall, going across.
That's a new one. I don't know how she got clipped in to do that jump.
But despawns the boss and gets her own marimba.
That's a neat trick. I've never seen that happen before. I mean, might save a menu. But meanwhile... Oh. Okay, I see what it is. Wolfos has been playing a lot of another category for Link's Awakening DX called No Stew, and she's using strats from that. I see. Meanwhile, Finalflame running through the last bit of Dungeon 2. He's got to kill those enemies in a specific order. God help him if he doesn't. And who do we got here? Hello, Spice. How did that go?
Let me check my splits. Okay, up to entering D3 I was 10 seconds ahead. And then... I guess that's D7 Goomba Surf.
That killed you
I
because
lost like 20 seconds. And then also on Enter D6 for some reason.
The question is though, did you PP?
No, I was a minute behind.
So we can't tell Xander to get wrecked. Darn it.
Don't worry,
You win
I'll
this
let
time,
I'll let him know
Xander.
next time.
So I will also point out that Wolfos is going a different way in order to avoid having to get the cutscene trigger for Nightmare. She has gone and getting the powder, but she got the heart piece of shame as well.
Shame.
Shame!
No, now she can PB.
I mean,
You're
I
not
think
allowed
she's
to
going to
PB
PB
with Ender.
anyways. Now it's just a confirmed PB.
Yeah, I think if you get the heart piece of shame, it's a different category, so you can automatically PB just a different category, right?
That's the way games work.
Yeah. It's
So-
shame percent.
Final did not get his D2 instrument cutscene skip. How many did you get, Spice, out of curiosity? I want to say at least
think I had
2.
4 or 5.
I was gonna say 5.
So I think I had 4. So, funny story, D2, I quote-unquote had it, and then I closed the start menu instead of opening up save and quit menu. So that was a little painful.
That happens.
But it wouldn't have saved me from my fate, so whatever.
I don't know, you guys were really close for the entire first half of that. Like, it was neck and neck all the way up until, like, D4.
You were ahead at times during that first half as well.
Yeah, did Matt curse Black's Rupee RNG?
I cursed a lot of things for Black.
You had the better rupee RNG at the beginning for sure. You were the first of all Forerunners to get the rupees.
I can't believe we got 10.
Yeah,
10 on the
That's like
beach.
the best Rupee RNG I've had. I had 6 just off of the first spiky and the first Dog Dog and the 2 spikies.
By the way, we have Finalflame on the windfish egg right now, opening the hole in the side of the egg.
Anyway, get hecked, Xander. That'll teach him. Sorry.
And now Final is in the egg. Wolfos close behind, opening it up.
And it's going to be a close race between these two. They're both going to be on the final boss.
Alright. So. There's the quick kill on Blob. Now, Spice, you know this better than me. Can we confirm whether or not menu affects the manip for Aghanim?
For LA, according to Olos, I had to dig back in Discord to check this, and he says he tested like 50 times opening the menu, and it does work.
It still does work?
Yeah, so either he's like as lucky as hell, or it works.
I mean, 50 times and it works, it works. That's what it is in my book. But
Yeah,
it appears that Final didn't quite get his. In fact, I don't even think he's going for the manip. That's 2 blue balls. Now, the problem with Aghanim in this game is, unlike Link to the Past, there is no cap on how many blue balls he can give you. He could just go on forever if he wants to. And he's done with that one.
And there's Shadow Moldorm.
A little bit out of control.
Now get away a little bit. Wolfos is now moving on to... I didn't see which one she was on, so... The Bouncing Blob right now, and that's done.
She actually got the backup quick kill for it, which is it just lands on your sword and dies.
And both are on
hoisted on its own
Oh.
petard.
Aghanim on the right, we have Shadow Gan on the left.
Wolfos could still take this with some good
She
RNG.
could. She could.
And some very bad RNG from Final.
Or some bad luck.
Or death.
Yep, exactly. That's bad luck.
No, that's worse than bad luck. That's a reaping is what that is.
That's a curse.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Looks like Finalflame's got about, I want to say 2 more to go. There it is.
He's done. Good on him, man.
And the arm's not in front, so he can't get hit by that hitbox. Going to be climbing his own stairway and going to again be time when cutscene when the scene save fades to white, which is time.
So we don't have his timer on the screen, but he did get a 59.22 on SRL. I'm not sure.
59?
Yeah, 59.22.
No, that's 54.56.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the wrong time.
You're looking
I
at
am.
his old PB.
Dumb Joe Buster.
Yeah,
Putting the message right below the other one.
we had 55 minutes on the
54,
screen. I was
56.
wondering where you got. I was wondering where you got 59 minutes when we were only at 55 minutes on the race.
Look, man, I'm blind. Don't you give me stats for my eyesight.
Honestly,
No, Blind's a Link to the Past. That's a different game.
I have to admit, when I started watching the race here, I looked at Finalflame's side and I saw he doesn't have a timer. I'm like, oh man, I wonder what his time is right now. And I'm like, wait, no, he's like roughly synced with Wolfos.
What time is he? Oh, wait, it must be this much time. Because that's where I'm at right now. We all started at the same time.
Yeah, we try to sync things up here.
So, luckily, I think nobody bopped me this race. Although it got close.
And Wolfos gets her final hit in, is going to soon get her own staircase to climb.
Or stairway to heaven, as it were.
Yep. Stairway to the death of the island here.
Stairway out of Dreamland and towards a giant whale.
And time.
Stairway to Link face.
And the final time for WhiteWolfos, we can now confirm, is 56 minutes and 29 seconds. And for the Finalflame, that was a 54-56 to win the race between those two runners. So get your GGs in chat for both of them. And for those of you who are still with us, here on the Speed Game Family Network, we do have another race coming up right after this in about 25 minutes from now. That race that's coming up is between JC87 and M-Chan Plays. So stay tuned for that. That is coming up here on this same channel we're on right now. We're going to see if WhiteWolfos and Finalflame want to chat with us before we wrap up for that race.
So, Wolfos, final, how do you guys feel?
That'd be a yes.
Surprise.
I made so many dumb mistakes.
You still got a 56.
I feel pretty good. I was not expecting a time that good and had no idea what pace I was on because I screwed up the timer.
That's probably for the best, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was actually kind of happy afterwards when I realized, I won't have to worry about am I on PB pace. Just go.
Yeah, in my experience, the timer only holds you back. Speaking of my timer, you almost bopped me. Good lord.
Oh, what was your time?
54:05.
Oh, man. I'll just
You're
get a couple
close.
more ICSs, don't accidentally purchase the bombs, and maybe I'll be there.
Yeah. Although,
You
good job to
purchased the
both of you
bomb.
guys.
Yeah, my second bomb purchase, for some reason I struggled with that, and I accidentally bought them and had to reset, which actually screwed up the auto splitter, and so I ran without a timer because of that.
I will say, though, it was really close between the two of you until, like, D7.
Like,
Yeah, my D7 was terrible.
so, Finalflame, when you reset, did you start a new file or just load?
No, I just loaded the file, but I
Okay.
had to reset the
Um,
Game Boy.
Keep in mind, you can still submit that. It'll just be a pain for probably
Somebody,
Spear City
yeah.
to retime.
I mean, we
I'll
could-
probably retime it myself just to have splits as well.
The convenient part is, since it was a race, I think you could just time it off of Wolfos, couldn't they?
I
that a
don't know how accurate it would be. Like, it's easy enough to do with frame counts if you throw it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, I made sure to dot down SRL at when splits would have stopped, so that should be pretty good to go off of.
So I was reading the chat. It seems like both races were relatively close.
Yeah, about... You guys were neck and neck with your respective opponents for the entire first half of the race.
Yeah, both races were extremely close for the first half.
Nice. I'll probably have to watch it back at some point.
Also, I will once again say, I am sorry, Black. It's just me watching. There's nothing I can do about these curses.
Oh, what did you do to Vlack?
Oh, man. Spice kept up with them, that's what I did.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Hey. You're a wonderful runner, Spice. It's just that he's world record holder.
Actually, quick shoutouts to one person in chat. Let me see. I just need to scroll back and find what they said.
Oh boy.
Where is it? Here we
I
go.
wasn't even
Spearster.
watching chat.
Spearster. When did Spice become a good runner?
Oh no.
Thanks, pal.
I will say, I defended your honor when he said that. I said, you've always been good at this game.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
A backhanded compliment, maybe.
Don't worry. Once this tournament's over, I'd like to get some PBs in Squoob and also maybe take a top 3 spot in Stew, since that's my baby.
I gotta go back to Squoob. I still haven't gotten sub 1 hour in Squoob yet.
Me
Speaking
neither.
of-
I haven't put time into it.
Speaking of different categories, Wolfos, I've never seen anybody do that jump to the D5 boss room.
But yeah, it's the stew jump.
Never seen it.
Are you
I
happy?
was sitting there going, wait a minute. Is that
Am I-
legal?
I might have to
Yeah, you
look
allowed
at
to
it because
do that?
I'm not a big fan of the dumb jump. So if I can find an alternate, I'd be happy.
Oh,
I
no,
might
it's not-
actually-
I don't-
I might actually pick that up.
I don't blame you. The dumb jump is dumb.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not the dumb jump to get the nightmare key. It's when you're going to the boss room.
Yeah, I think I know what jump he's talking about. I think I've seen it and wanted to look at it.
Yeah, it's essentially you do what you do for Rooster Skip in that little narrow corridor
How
where
about
the
not?
spark is.
How about not what I did today for Rooster Skip? I don't know how
Oh.
I managed to get that working.
You made it work. You didn't go out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to practice before the race, and then dinner plans happened I wasn't expecting, and I kind of didn't have time to do any practice.
Hey, you still did wonderfully. Look, you
You
almost
did
bumped-
really
I'm-
wonderfully.
I am not complaining about that time at all.
I'm curious now.
You
Let me
got like a casual.
let me
form
see
of
something.
PB.
Yeah, I want to see what position you're going to be in if you submit that.
18th as of right now.
Oh my, Wolfos, he just popped you.
I did.
Damn, you almost bopped Bamboo as well.
Well, yeah, 'cause Bamboo's. But he will beat that this tournament. That's pretty much guaranteed.
No, if he can do a run without wrong warping.
Yes.
Oh no.
If he can submit a run, he will be golden.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I was coming into this tournament going, I'm probably gonna be one of the 0-4s or the only 0-4. So to get a win, I feel pretty good. Can't say I'm looking forward to whoever I get next round.
Oh, it'll be Black.
Isn't Black 2-0?
I think Black's 2-0.
I don't think it'll be me against Black.
No,
I
dude,
don't
you're
know,
gonna get
man.
Up paired
This will
super hard.
somehow find
I don't know. According to a lot of people, Swiss seeds aren't fair.
Well,
Vanderkopf.
if there's an odd number of people in a certain segment, you could have a situation like that where 2-0 goes against a 1-1 or a 4-0 against a 3-1, things like that.
Yeah,
But I think we're still early enough in this one that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have 4 2-0s and 4 0-2s by the end of this.
No matter what happens, it'll be a good race. It'll be
No.
nice and clean.
The seed stuff is those people from last year that we used random seeds, so you could get up paired or down paired regardless of your actual like performance going into the tourney. But this
Interesting.
one's all based on LA leaderboards. Apart from Dragon and Bamboo, we shuffle around a bit because they're like top 10 Squoob runners, and it didn't make sense for them to be like bottom 5 seeds.
They're a lot better than what the leaderboards on Link's Awakening show.
It is true. So I think the pairings have, especially this round, it seems like there's a lot of matches that have the potential to be close, like today's apparently.
Yeah, that was pleasant seeing everybody so close to each other.
It makes it
Although
more
it made it-
exciting. Yeah, it makes
It
it
was
more
really
exciting from the. Sorry, we're cutting each other off. It's more exciting from the race.
Ah.
More exciting from the race perspective when it's close too, because it's more enthralling to watch too. So it's not like if you have a race that's 5 minutes apart, it might seem a little more disinteresting to a certain extent, where it's like, okay, someone's likely going to win, but you're still watching for that big mistake that could even things up very quickly.
I will say though, it's harder to commentate when you're that close.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Sorry?
No, it's fine.
Oh no,
It's fine.
nothing wrong.
No worries. Next race, I'll kick Flack's ass somehow.
Somehow.
I'd
The
like to
salty
see
run
this.
back.
I'll pay for Matt's ticket down to Honduras so we can get like a nice proximity curse.
No, I'll point this out. So I will say, I was watching Black earlier this morning, and man, I think he believed in curses for a while.
I saw that he was doing Squoob this morning. I was really hoping that he'd like come into this race and do some Squoob stuff by accident, and that would be enough for me to overtake him. But I guess not.
So in addition to the race that's coming up in like 15 minutes, tomorrow we have 2 more races. We have Crunchy Lex, the man of the golden voice, versus me. And we also have Dragon CO versus Mashy. And then on the Sunday, we have Green Tunic versus Sarah Lepe Marsupial. All 3 of those, well, 2 of those, minus mine probably, because Crunchy will probably rinse me, will be excellent races.
Confidence.
I'm
There is
interested to see Crunchy's race, because I don't know if he's actually done a run yet.
Speaking of Crunchy, I think he's actually going to be joining in the commentary booth for the next race as well. He'll be here in the commentary.
He will be. And you lucky guys in chat, you get to hear the man of the golden voice.
Such a nice voice.
Well, thank you. Oh, you mean him?
Your voice is great too, Cyclone.
So, any last thoughts from any of the runners before we get ready to turn over that race in 15 minutes?
Look forward to seeing if I can beat this PB again. Keep the streak alive next week.
I think I'll probably be able to beat my PB because this run had so many problems in it, and I'm only 7 seconds off of my PB that I got. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get a good one.
Go away, Joko. Ignoring the cat.
I'm glad I have headphones on, or mine would be responding.
Just got a couple things I want to practice, but I'm looking forward to my next race against hopefully something that's attainable.
I don't know, you got pretty close to Black. I'd say PB is within praying distance.
I flew too close to the sun.
And then your wings melted and you fell into Hothead's room.
No, just blame the cat.
He is the cat.
Well, he doesn't sound happy about this.
He's very upset that you lost. He knows Black is a dog person. He's very disappointed in you. Ooh. Oh, that was an excellent race, guys.
Thanks.
Now, Spice,
Yep.
go feed your cat.
Oh, I'm gonna feed me, which is the cat, because I am Jojo. So yeah.
Excellent question from chat. When does the cat speed run, and will the cat be on future commentaries?
I just did a speed run. I am the cat.
We have confirmed today, Spicefather is not a dog on the internet. He is a cat.
He's not an otter either.
So I think that's it from us.
Yeah, I think that's it because we have another race coming up here, and we're going to get ready to set up for that. So make sure, again, those of you still with us in chat, make sure to follow these runners. We'll get their links in the chat. I don't have it immediately in front of me, so someone else can put the R command in chat. And feel free to follow all 4 of them. We can follow our crew as well. And that's so make sure to follow Spicefather, VlackSR, Finalflame, and WhiteWolfos. If you're watching on YouTube, twitch.tv followed by any of those names will take you to the channels. You can hang out with them, thank them for the great runs, thank them for putting on this entertaining show for us. And you can also follow my co-commentator Phantom Matt as well. I'll be back with you with Crunchy for the race coming up. Stay with us here on for JC87 versus M-Chan Plays. That is coming up here in about 13 minutes. So any last words from you, Phantom Matt, before we close for that?
Good race. Can't wait to see the next one.
And I'm looking forward to that as well. So make sure you stay with us here on Speed Gaming 3. And for those of you watching on YouTube, they'll probably be split up, but you're probably going to see that race coming up in the vicinity of this one. So it may, depending on how it gets exported to YouTube, maybe after this one, maybe before it, but you should see them all in the same playlist when they arrive on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, stay tuned for that race, or you can find it elsewhere in the playlist. Stay tuned. With that said, those of you watching live, see you in about 13 minutes.